to FOB.
Hello, hello, hello. It is another wonderful day. Sound like a fucking radio host right now. Yeah, doing this again. Um, I, I'm probably gonna be doing quite a bit of farming this time as well, but I figured I'd get my shit warmed up with a ghost right here. A little bit of a fun time to start off before I do all the boring stuff. Again, I don't like farming on stream because I feel like it's just not interesting, but I guess what are you really gonna do? I'd rather have something to do than sit here scrolling through the FOB screen and just like, oh man, I really hope something happens, you know, because that's infinitely more boring. Oh, I already see that camera marked all the way up there. It's really funny. Gotta love Salamander and his lovely ability to predict the future for some fucking reason. I need an angle on this guy. All these guards are E ranked, so that makes my life a tad easier. I don't actually know if this guy has insurance or if he just E ranks everybody for no reason. I don't even think they can see me from this kind of a distance, which is really funny actually. Because guards with any manner of intelligence would be able to see me. Look, like, they have to get so close to see me. But actually, that's kind of not good for me, as you can see there. I didn't realize that. But that could be a bit of a downer, a bit of a downside, because if they see me, if they have to get so close to see me, then that means that they're going to be closer, and it's probably easier for me to get spotted, like what happened there. It's all very analytical and strategic, I promise. Even for a fucking video game. This guy's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to hit that guy. There's nobody up there, that's interesting. Oh, I have to wait a second more. Oh, he is coming around. Bonk. I did something that I really didn't want to do, which was spend my precious metals on developing the grade 9 UAV. I don't even know anymore, dude. That was the main thing that I wanted to get developed, so it works out, because I was like, I need to get that developed because the rest of this is the thing, is I'm literally like, it's like one or two things that I'm being gatekept by. It's like I've got most of my unit levels maxed out, which is helpful. But it's just a game of materials at this point. Bonk. Take that. I'm assuming... Haha. My prediction skills are incredible. Nah, it's just because I actually did this, well, this layout. Not this base specifically, but this layout of base earlier today. Well, see, now that's interesting, because then, I think I'm just gonna have to... I really don't like doing this, but, well, you know, it's effective, so what are you really gonna do? See, these cameras are kind of funny. They can't see me. These cameras are kind of interestingly placed. So I need... Can I even hit any of these guys? Oh. Whatever. Oh, that one's not even gonna see me. Over here. See, this is the thing that's so funny to me, is like, I genuinely think that one of the worst things that you can do, to be fair, to be completely fair, it's not completely worthless to do this. Shit. But genuinely, using non-lethal snipers for your base is, in my opinion, one of the worst things that you can do, because they're not only are they significantly easier to take down. This is the thing, is the SB pistol that can knock them out in one shot is significantly cheaper to develop than the riot pistol, the gas pistol. And one shot. Boo! Money back. I hit that guy. That was a clean headshot. Now I'm just dicking around at this point. Come on. One more. Two more. One more. Shit. I can't even see him from this distance. I think I got all the important people taken care of, so it's fine. You know, I was just watching a video of Jonathan Ferguson from the Royal Armory or whatever, you know, reviewing all of the guns from Delta, which was kind of funny. And I'm like, you know, he takes issue with a couple of different things in that game with regards to how it does its firearms. I can only imagine what he would think of this fucking game. You've got the pistol that shoots gas. Like, you have the gas grenades in the first place that just tranquilize people. Like, just utterly ridiculous in terms of realism. But you know what? Like, I can't really complain a whole lot, because I do like how they were creative with it. I think the creativity outweighs the realism. And it is still largely realistic. It's not like... Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Well... Did this guy I think this guy might have had insurance. But if he had insurance, I wouldn't have stolen anybody, which is odd. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, but... I guess realism went out the window when they chose to do the, I feel like the quiet update stuff is, that really nuked the realism of things, I think, but... The good news is I am almost free from the purgatory of developing my FOBs. Like, these have 4 days plus the last... I think the last deck takes... I think every single one takes 14, which is absurd. The only problem is I don't know if I'm going to have enough, even if I max out all of my resources. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to develop all of the... Oh, darn. I don't know if I'm going to have enough resources to develop all of them at the same time. Which would suck, because then I would, like, one of them would lag behind the others, and it would take even... I think that's what happened the first time, actually. With some of my other, platforms, they lagged behind because I ran out of resources too quick. I'll never understand why the resource cap is only, like, 1 million, or I guess at least why they let the they let the stuff cost more than the cap that you have. I feel like that's kind of a stupid decision. I want to check my brig. I mean, it's... yeah, so it's mostly fine. The quality of my brig has decreased significantly, because it used to be like... I don't know, the 48216 base, this one here, has been offline for quite a while. Like, it gets kicked off security challenge so fucking fast, which sucks, but I used to farm this thing all the time, and then I got to a point where I just needed nothing but resources, so it was like... There was a long time where I just really didn't want to bother developing my FOBs, and I didn't. I, like, genuinely just chose not to do it, because I was like, all I want to do is get the staff that I need, and I guess it worked out in the end. Yeah, I mean, my command platform is done. So that means that everything else is kind of besides the point, because that one takes forever. The last deck of command takes entirely too long to develop. But, you know, what do you do? What are you going to do? I don't really know which one I want to do. I think I should probably go for resources more than anything. My precious metals got nuked by developing that stupid drone. But the good news is the requirements for the next grade are not... What's up, Samurais? How's it going? But look at this. The requirements for the next grade are like... I'm not even maxed out on resources. And it's still, like, not that bad at all. And there's only 2 more grades after this one. So... I don't know what grade... I need to figure out what the grade 11 requirements are before I do anything crazy. Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever to fucking farm these precious metals. I don't know. Like, realistically, I feel like you can kind of get away with not developing the grade 9 markers for things, for the mines and the mines and the camera. But it's also like, you probably should. You really probably should, just to, you know. The nice thing is that the way I structure my bridge blocks, I don't need the final grade for it to work. Like, I need 8 instead of 12, which makes things a lot easier. Speaking of which, your bridge block, I have to give you credit, Samurais, because yours is really good. I think I was messing around on your base the other day trying to figure out a way to get past it, and I think that it is probably about as airtight as you can get. I think I was looking at medical, and I think medical does that one usually is really good for defense purposes, because it's this is insane to me. This is insane to me. Look at how cheap the grade 9 sneaking suit is. And I literally haven't been able to develop it because I get cucked by the precious metals. Which, to be fair, isn't even that much. Like, 137,000 is like nothing compared to what the other stuff costs. Yeah, of course. I mean, it was I was trying to find holes in it. I was doing everything I could, but I think that it is pretty much airtight. But like I was saying, I don't know about other platforms though. That's the only thing, is that if you were to put that on other platforms, if they don't have like the you know the F and G thing where you can put the mines beneath, if it doesn't have that, it might not work. You might be able to get around it that way, but um at least on the top, I think it was pretty much good. Yeah, yeah, the default. Are you talking about the Naked Snake? Are you talking about the MGS3? Are you talking about the Ground Zeroes one? Or are you talking about like the... And everybody had the same idea as me today. This guy's on security challenge and he's online. We need to tag. Yeah, yeah. So those, yeah, those are cheaper. I know, but you know, at one point I was like, oh, you know, a goal that I had for this. You think? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I thought it was the other way around. I thought the Ground Zeroes and the MGS3 ones were more expensive, but, or I mean, I thought they were less expensive, but what do I know? I've never bothered to develop those anyway, so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've considered switching all of my bases to snipers. Um, but I don't know. Like, this is the thing, is it's kind of funny, is like once you get to a certain point, the security that you have is really not going to do you a lot of good, I think. Not to be pompous, not to be boastful, but I think that my skill level is at a point where I can pretty effectively ghost any base regardless of the security level. I mean, I'm not perfect, but the thing is just like, I don't know. What it really comes down to is just from a defender standpoint, when it comes to, you know, when it comes to uh like offline base defense, when it comes to just like your guards being able to handle intruders, the thing that you gotta do is you just gotta they've gotta be able to get the intruder off on the wrong foot, is I guess what I'm trying to say. They have to be able to um they have to be able to get the intruder in a position where they're not comfortable. That's the most important thing. Um, and I feel like with sniper guards, like, yeah, they're usually really good, but I do think that for the for people at the upper echelons in terms of stealth, it's like you can watch my videos, you know where all of the guards are going to be. When the thing about the sniper guards is that there's always at least one or two of them that are completely immobile, right? And it's usually more. Usually there's at least two sitting on the spires like that, and then there's usually one like there and like one like there. And so it's like you can predict every single time you get into a base that has sniper guards, you can predict where they're going to be, so it's a lot easier to take them down. Yeah, yeah, I think I would say so as well, that they are better for PvP purposes because the shields, and they can knock people down more effectively, and they're just like more spread out. But that's the biggest thing in general, is like when it comes to um when it comes to snipers or any other type of guard, it's just like they need to be able to interrupt the intruder's movements, whether it's PvP, whether it's stealth. Why is this guy running? Where's bro going? Yeah, and the reason why I use the close range guards in some areas is because I think that they are more inclined to throw an intruder off of their vibe, their mark, I guess. Yeah, they always stay on the high ground. They're usually very predictable, which is, you know, and it makes perfect sense why people love them when you're talking about like a PvP type deal. Because again, when it's a when it's a PvP situation, you know, all of the tryhards. Oh shit. No, I'm fine. All of the tryhards want to be able to just like kill the guards with like very little interference, and usually, you know, the tryhard people are going to be camping in one area, they're going to be concealing themselves, they're going to be hiding in wherever, and the snipers are not going to be able to hit them because the snipers need direct line of sight. And other types of guards, mid-range, close range, they can kind of just run at the intruder, and you know, they still need line of sight, but their guns are a lot more. I mean, they have submachine guns and shit. They don't need to have a specific single, you know, the snipers, you know, they have to aim with their laser, and with close range guards, they just kind of shoot whenever they get close. But my point in general is just that the best, you got resource drain? That sucks. Hope you had a backup. Or insurance. Well, you didn't have insurance because then you must have, you know, if you had insurance then you wouldn't have gotten drained, but yeah, it kind of doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, you can make your guards as strong as you can possibly make them, and if somebody else is good enough, they will be able to get past you. They will be able to get past everyone, no problem. Which is kind of why I like the ability to set the custom mines and cameras. I do wish there was more of like a customizability thing in this game when it comes to FOBs in terms of your base security as well, because it is pretty lackluster when you think about it. Like, you can determine their pattern and you can determine the placement of the mines and cameras, but beyond that, it's like you can't really do a whole lot else. You can't. I would even argue that the layout of the base doesn't even really make a difference either, because you can't really control that. You can't, you know, you can control it to a degree, but most people don't really. Most people, I think, don't really care about the ability to. Most people don't really care about the layout of the base. They just want the base to. Did that reset its position? It's kind of funny. I could do it. I could do it right now. But why would I want you? You just saw my video. Oh, you're talking about Han's video, I see. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, so it automatically. Okay, that's interesting. I never knew that it did that. Can you even get onto those girders? Wait a minute. I don't even think you can get onto that scaffolding there. I think that's completely inaccessible. Unless I'm crazy. I want to figure this out now, actually. I love how the only certain thing in this is so funny to me. This is so funny. These aren't even custom. Wait a minute, are they? I don't think these are custom. Okay, well, see, now I'm not entirely sure. Actually, those might be custom, I'll be honest. Where do I... Because I was gonna say, if these are, like, automatically placed here, then that's crazy. If those are automatically placed like that, then that's crazy, because that's an extremely powerful place to put them. I think I only had 2. I don't know, I could probably completely ignore intel if I really wanted to, in terms of defense and stuff like that, because nobody ever attacks it, but... The only weakness that I have is I think that I tend to only attack, like, a couple of specific platforms, and I don't really diversify the platforms that I attack, but, I mean, can you really blame me? If you're good at something, you know, don't, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, kind of thing. I mean, for PvP, for stealth, it just sucks in general. It's just not a fun platform because you've got all of the guards in the middle, you've got the UAVs, you've got the cameras. It is just designed to fuck your shit up. But then again, I say that, but I feel like at the end of the day, it does kind of come down to like, oh, what's up, Tacit? How's it going, bro? I do think that I'm better at it than I think I am. I think I tend to. Yeah, R&D, I think, is... The route that I take when I do stealth, I feel like, is usually not... People don't usually defend that route specifically with, like, mines and stuff. And the other thing is that the guard layout, the guard patterns don't really go in that area. Yeah, for stealth, R&D, and medical are the best, which is ironic because those are also simultaneously the most like vertical and closed in. I'm doing just fine. I've had my coffee today, so I'm probably a lot more hyperactive than usual, probably a lot more talkative than I normally would be. The sugar and caffeine rush. The greatest invention of modern history. Sugar and caffeine. I'm hearing conflicting stories about this tournament. Some people are saying that Memo dropped out after getting beaten by Dalada, or he's just angry about it and he didn't drop out. I think you were the one that said that he dropped out, but then somebody else, I think, in your stream chat said, oh, no, he was just pissed off about it. He just, which, you know, makes perfect sense. Under the influence. Oh, nice. You know, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I remember one time specifically where I was inebriated and I actually had a really good PvP. But to be fair, the guy I was fighting was rather inexperienced, I guess. So maybe it didn't really, maybe it wasn't really that deep. Maybe it wasn't actually that good. It was just the. Oh, I didn't even know this guy was down here. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You know, honestly, I've always wanted to commentate a tournament myself, but I always have like a hard time deciding if I would want to participate or if I would want to commentate. Like, I don't know. Playing in high stress environments, even just running into somebody, even just like running into a PvP out in the wild, I still just try my balls off and I get like horrendously pressed in terms of like, I guess just like mentally I'm just like really locked in and I'm like, I really want to win this. Yeah, shit. I just get really locked in and I don't like to lose. So in a tournament situation where you got like a bunch of people watching, it's like, well, now obviously it's going to be a lot more stressful. So that's why I kind of want to commentate. That's why I kind of want to run a tournament and commentate. I do wonder, I am curious how many people on PC would be willing to participate in a tournament. It would be the thing about FOB tournaments in general though is it can kind of be sucky because time zones and all of that are a factor. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody has their off days. I guess Memo just got unlucky there. I mean, we're okay, so was there going to be like a losers bracket? Was there going to be a way for him to like, you know, have like another shot, or was it like, or did he just like quit before they even got, cuz like what I saw is what Dalida was on defense and Memo was attacking and Dalida beat him 14-0, which to be fair, defense is it's much easier than attack, in my opinion. It's so much easier to be a defender than it is to attack just because you can respawn. And I mean, if you play like shit, yeah, you're gonna get cored, but in my personal opinion, attack is just not as I feel it. I feel a lot more stressed out when I'm on attack. When I'm on defense, I'm like, okay, if they get me, it's not the end of the world. But on attack, you know, you only have one life and this, that, and the other, and that's why I kind of understand when people do like stealth PvP and they use like auto wormholes. I know that that's not really something people do on PC specifically, but I see it on PlayStation a good amount where like people will be doing stealth and they'll carry auto wormholes with them. Like, I kind of get it, because in a stealth PvP, when you're not using the traditional PvP loadout, at least, you are in much greater danger, and your ability to fight back is diminished greatly. But, yeah, I don't know. And it could just be me, honestly. This could kind of just come down to I am not as good at attacking as I am defending. But again, my point still kind of stands, at least, that when you're attacking, you only have one shot, and you know, it's much more stressful in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm assuming it wouldn't make sense for people to say that Memo rage quit if the game was over, or if the you know, his presence in the tournament was fully done for. But because I'm assuming, because they only did one round, right? And getting like, Yeah, I mean, I just, yeah, it does, yeah. I mean, like I said, everybody can have their off days, you know. Some people are just not cut out for the tournament experience. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm probably one of those people. I was only ever in one tournament, and I think that tournament just fell apart. Like, I think that people were just not able to coordinate, and it just did not end up working out. So it wasn't even like I don't even remember if I have videos of that or anything. I think it's probably been live streamed. I think there's probably VODs from that time. But that was a good while ago, I think. You wouldn't join a PC tournament. Why not? I am curious. I mean, like, yeah, doing a tournament in a group, starting a tournament in a group, you'd think would be easier to coordinate considering the fact that everybody's already there in the group. But I mean, regardless, yeah, it unfortunately just didn't really work out in general. Um and that again, that was a while ago. That was like, I think that was my introduction. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and that's the thing is that the nature of a tournament in general is going to stress you out no matter what, you know. I think I'm a competitive person by nature, which is a good and bad thing. Um, and it can absolutely be to my detriment in this game specifically because there is such a I mean, the game isn't like insanely competitive as it really stands. I think it just kind of comes down to the culture that's been created around the game and coring people and stuff like that. Like it's just become a very competitive game regardless of the actual gameplay. So people are going to get frustrated, people are going to get, they're really going to try. Yeah. I've been trying to I think I'm better than I used to be. I think I used to get really bothered by losing, especially during like a trad PvP that I was, when I'm infiltrating, when I'm doing infiltration PvP, I try my ass off regardless of the circumstance because my goal has always been to get 100 cores and get the nameplate, but it is also like yeah, everybody's different. I do wish that I was less competitive, at least with this. I wish I was competitive in areas that mattered, but, realistically, where is this guy? I knew he was right around the corner. Realistically, I could use that to my benefit. I could use my competitive nature. I recognize that I'm competitive, and what you can do is what I can do is I can focus that energy into things that matter instead of video games, But that's a conversation for me to have with myself. I guess I never really thought about it that way, to be totally honest. Yeah, you know, I've never really done achievement hunting myself in a game. I've really just never... I feel like... I don't know if people, like, do this. I don't know if this is, like, the idea that people go into it with. But I feel like if you're just playing a game to get the achievements, to me, that's a little, like... I don't really like playing a game just to get an achievement. I like to play games to play the game and experience it and have fun. But I do understand, you know, wanting to flex your, you know, pro gamer status, I suppose, for lack of a better term. Did I grab the other guy instead of this guy? That's kind of funny. I need him to mark... I gotta grab this guy before he wakes up. What did I just say? These S-ranked guards, if you throw them with CQC, they just do not care. Like, they will wake up, like, instantly. It's kind of silly. Over here. See, I knew that guy was down there. Hey, buddy. He's gonna come up there. Indeed. You know, this is weird. I don't think I get all of the 10 people from coring this base, which is annoying.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Where is everybody? This guy down here. This bothers me that this guy is always, like, down below. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna hear that. There we go. I'm really glad that I didn't grab that guy, because then he would have looked at me and been like, oh, fuck. Really would have seen me there. Am I missing somebody? Ah, shit, I might be.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I think there might be somebody else on another deck that I didn't grab. Way to find out.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
What I would not give to play this game again when it first launched. Just for the experience, just to know what it was like. There's a guy up here.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Shit. There's somebody else, or is it just that guy? Okay, so that's everybody, because I have 12 Fultons left.
Roger that.
I don't know if... See, this is weird, because when I was farming this base earlier, I wasn't able to get 10 people from the coring, which was kind of annoying, because I'm, you know... I only got like 41 instead of 46, but it's like, whatever. Yeah, I was, what? Yeah, no, I was like the same age. I was like 9 years old when this game came out. Ah, shit. Bro's gonna reach Unk status pretty soon. With my luck, I'm going to have missed a guard. No, I didn't. I literally know that I didn't because I had 12 Fultons and I got all my stuff. Whatever.
Infiltration successful.
Do what we get here. 46? Come on, 46, 46, 46, 46. 40? Man. People are fucking draining this base too quick. I only get 4 people from coring. This is stupid. Hey, Mike, how's it going, bro? Good to see you here, man. I saw the comments that you left on the stream from earlier. I appreciate the tips there. Well, I guess that's better than the parade of level 20 bases that I was looking at earlier. That shit was annoying.
Approaching. Heading to FOB.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you, bro. I'm just doing some
Deploying.
farming right now, just grabbing a bunch of staff. I've been lacking on that. I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, I've been lacking on that because I've been more concerned with resources, which honestly I probably should be doing the resources still, but that shit gets boring so fast.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
I genuinely forgot what I was doing for a second. Oh, that could have been bad. I'm gonna need you to get down here. Wait. No. He's not wrong about that. MGS5 being an extraction shooter. I've never heard it described that way, but you know what? But the only difference is that, well, yeah, you know, isn't it actually? Because you're extracting resources and personnel, and then you are extracting yourself from the mission area, whether by coring or whether by leaving the mission area when you're in the single player, or I guess by just getting in the chopper. It is technically an extraction shooter. That's kind of funny. Hideo Kojima was foreseeing shit like 9 years before it happened. That's hilarious. Why do I, like, this is the thing, is people glaze Kojima, and, like, yeah, okay, he's a great game developer, but I feel like people talking about, like, oh, man, like, I can't believe he predicted this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Hideo Kojima predicted, like, 90% of the stuff that people say he predicted. I think that he was just kind of like, I want to make a fun game, and I want to put this stuff in it, and I want to have, like, a deep social commentary, and he just put in things that he thought were, like, deep and interesting. Ah, shit. That was unlucky. Stop. Oh my god, now these clowns are awake. I'm dead. Stop. I kind of am of the opinion that a lot of the stuff that people are like, oh man, I can't believe he predicted this. I think that he kind of didn't predict it. I think that he just, I think that he was just like, I'm gonna put this social commentary in my game, and let's hope it doesn't end up being true. I think that our world, unfortunately, just had a grudge against Kojima and was like, how can we prove him right in the worst ways possible? That's what I think happened there. You know, another thing that's kind of funny is when you core a base, like, from a lore perspective, what happens? Do they just, like... Because you show up at their FOB, and you get to the core, and then, like, what happens then? Do you just, like, hold 10 people at gunpoint, and then you're like, okay, come with me, you're mine now, and then they just let you take them? Or what? How does that work? And then how do you get back to your base? You know, this is the thing, is people are like, oh, FOBs are a simulation, and I feel like that's correct, because, like, And you know, okay, yeah, should I be reading into it too much? Probably not, because it's a game and it doesn't really matter. But I still feel like this game has always been really heavy on, like, trying to explain things that don't really need explanation. Is this worth going for? No, it's not. So military, how's it going, bro? I'd rather get staff than do any of that.
FOB.
Getting those defense alerts are kind of funny because most of the time, like, the dude's just trying to do a stealth run on that base. Because it's a random base that I'm supporting. And it's like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I just support those bases to get wormholes to people. Although, to be fair, if I want to get wormholes, one of the best ways to do that is by defending the guy myself, and then making sure that I get a wormhole that way. But if they're doing stealth, then it's kind of inconsistent, because it depends on how much damage they do. I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me. Farming is more important. Not really. I wasn't really planning on doing any PvP. I'm just doing staff farming and stuff right now. Out of necessity. I really don't need to be farming these guys, to be completely honest, I think. Because the base that I use to farm resources... It used to be that the original omitted base was like... I don't know if it was because the soldiers had, like... Because the soldiers on that base were cheated, right? Which is different from modded staff. They had been altered to have, like, specific, skills that normal soldiers are not able to have. Like, you know, they have the mother base exo skill and that kind of thing. So those staff had been cheated to be that way. But on the new base... On the new version of the base, they've just been modded so that they're like high level. They're not the skill that they have is not cheated specifically, and the base isn't banned. That's another thing. The base is not banned. So it's not PF banned, and I think that a PF ban is what dictates. What I'm trying to say, I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this, but that base, you would steal staff from it. It would never run out of staff, but the staff were always, like, shit. The staff were, they would always get, they would always revert back to A+ rank. Yeah, I know. It's a little confusing. But the staff would revert when you stole them from the old farming base. They would revert to A+ instead of S++, which meant that they were basically useless in terms of upgrading your levels. And on the new base, that's not the case anymore. So they are actually, like, useful. They're not as good as this staff, because this staff is all, like, maxed out metals and stuff like that. So they're... The staff on this base are, like, theoretically the best, as the best they could possibly be. I just extract this guy. No, he's not going to hear it.
You gonna extract him?
I don't think he heard that either. All this is to say is that
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
technically I can farm staff more easily, even when I'm just looking for resources. Technically I can get staff and resources at the same time, but the staff that I get from that method are not as good as they could be. They're not as good as this base is, at least. But this base is also really weird right now because it's not giving me 10 staff every time I core, which is unfortunately Very annoying. Ooh, what am I doing? Shut up. Shut up. I want... Aw. Oh, clutch. That worked? Wow, okay. I thought he was going to call in the alert. I'm a little surprised, to be honest.
Where are your friends?
I don't think that... I'm going to be honest, I have not read your entire analysis of how this all works. Oh, is it laggy?
You gotta extract him.
Let me know if it's lagging. I might need to check some things. I'm not seeing anything from my software about lag, but
Leave the rest to us.
this isn't really an issue anymore, but oh, okay. Well, that's weird. Well, as long as it's not persisting.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I don't know what that was about. My internet should be fine, but whatever. If it keeps happening, let me know. Aww. I hope I didn't just blow your eardrums out. That whistle there. I apologize. I think this should be everybody on this deck, right? We're good here. One thing that I've started doing with my stream highlights is... I'm actually really happy that I'm able to do this in the first place, because I didn't used to be able to do it because my editing software was dog shit. But I will use the software to sort of lower the bass in the audio, because I think and you can probably hear it now, whenever I move my mouse or something, there's like a feedback on the microphone. The microphone is very sensitive, for better or for worse. So I think that you can usually hear when I press keys too hard or something like that, you can hear it as just like a bump sound, which I'm sure does not aid the enjoyment of the experience in any way. It's 2:30. Yeah, you should definitely go to bed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I love how he's yelling at no one. Everybody else is like knocked out. Don't tell me I missed somebody. Oh, fuck. Okay, well. It's fine. Time zones are a funny thing. Hilarious. I would love to know the lore behind how he got that name, by the way.
He's coming too. Roger that.
And the good news about today is that this is not very stimulating, so hopefully you'll be able to go to sleep easily after watching this. Although, you know, yada yada, blue light isn't good for your eyes, whatever.
You gotta extract him.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say, am I missing a bunch of people?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You know, I gotta say, I am kind of, I'm kind of nervous about getting my FOB fully built and the security level maxed out. I've never actually done that before. I've never gotten to level 78 on any of my bases, even on my first account. But I'm kind of concerned because I don't want to get to a point where I max everything out and then I have nothing to do, you know? That's what happened to a friend of mine is, you know, he got to a point where he was like, there's too many cheaters and I have nothing to do because my base is maxed out. I guess at the end of the day, I feel like the most, like, peak endgame content that you can really do is, like, hoarding nukes. Because if your base is fully maxed, it's not going to be easy for someone to take them. But, you know, quiet exists and there will always be people that rush like that. So you're not, even if you have like a fully maxed out base, you're not invincible. Which is a good and bad thing. It's like, I'm glad that, you know, you can have a maxed out base and you're not fully invincible. But at the same time, it's like the fact that Quiet can just run into your base and steal your nukes with energy walls and auto wormholes
Arrived at Mother Base.
before you have any time to react. That's not ideal, of course. You better be careful saying that. He was in the chat just a second ago. Let's not start any cross-platform beef here, okay? I don't know that that's ever happened. I mean, I'm sure it has. I've just never heard about it. I could get more staff, but I don't really want to. I'm almost maxed on common and minor metal. That's good. Hans is another. He's another player. He's another FOB person. He was in the chat a minute ago, but I think he dropped out. I think he left. I'm gonna wait until that base opens up, to be totally honest. In the meantime, I am actually going to watch the video that Hans said he got drained in. Oh, shit. Yikes. Oh, yeah, he, oof. That's fucked up. All of his containers are gone. They just teleported to the core and stole everything. Oh my god, I have not seen a fucking cheat like that in forever. Oh, man, I still remember the days when people would use that shit all the time. I remember the funny horse arc. I remember that, and I also remember the impersonation arc where I got impersonated by a cheater that would teleport to the core. That was extremely fun. I think, you know, that was the thing, is those two incidents happened, like, I want to say like a good 6 months apart from each other. I mean, they happened on different accounts, I think. I could be wrong. I remember the funny horse arc. I remember when that guy was constantly attacking me. And I was getting cored over and over because I would deploy, he would hide on the 4th deck, and I would go after him. I'd try to go after him, and I'd knock him out. He would hide inside of a materials container, first of all. He would hide inside of a materials container, so you couldn't do anything to him. You couldn't hit him with, like, stun grenades. You'd only be able to hit him with, like, sleep or something like that. And then the second he would get knocked out, he would just teleport to the core. He would get phone calls from Memo complaining about cheaters. That's funny. I don't want to hear anybody on PlayStation complain about cheaters ever again. I understand that you guys have your cheaters, but I'm gonna be so honest. I do not care. I don't care, because the cheaters on PC are so much worse. You don't know what it's like to live in my shoes. You don't know what it's like to be me. You don't know what it's like to wake up every day not knowing if your base is going to be completely empty. You don't know what it's like. You don't get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm being facetious. I understand that, you know, there are definitely people on PlayStation that cheat.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Yeah, but you know, it was actually interesting. I saw a video the other day. I think it was from a guy called Who Stole My Truck. He ran into a guy with modded weapons, which the only times that I've ever seen someone on... Oh, I shouldn't have used those. The only time I've ever seen modded weapons on PlayStation is the whole thing with Neo modding his weapons. That was the first time I'd ever seen someone on PlayStation actually using like an honest to God cheat, other than people calling them like a lag switcher or something like that. Which, like, you know, let's be clear, you know, lag switch is still a cheat in basically every sense of the word. But when I saw Neo and then that other guy with the screenshots of like, oh, the infinite suppressor stun RGL, I was like, okay, yeah, that was like the first time I'd ever seen like an honest to God PvP cheat. At least that is similar to the cheats that I've seen on PC. Yeah, I mean, but that was just interesting to me because I'd never really seen something like that before on PlayStation. I was always under the impression that the worst of their cheaters were just like lag switching and like modded saves and stuff like that. Well, I'm just farming resources right now. But you know this. If you're asking me why I'm quiet rushing, I'm just getting resources. You've seen me do this before. Oh. Don't give me any accusations.
Infiltration successful.
Okay, yeah.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah, I guess the modded saves on PlayStation are kind of like the modded staff members of PC. Like, they're basically the same thing. I think it's faster with quiet. I mean, that's the way that I've always done it. I've never really bothered using a different strategy just because, like, I don't know, I guess I just never really wanted to, but
Heading to FOB.
I never get tired of ghosting, honestly.
Deploying.
Like, I get it because, like, there is a certain point. The issue that I have with ghosting on PC is that it's pretty hard to find like top level bases. Like, if you, like, one of my good friends, Zorlock Bones, if you've seen him, he can find level 78 bases like left and right. And I'm kind of jealous because I'm like, man, I really want to find more maxed out bases that aren't on security challenge, that are like active player bases. Hey man, I take no responsibility for what people say in my chat. If you're gonna argue, don't do it here is all I'm gonna say. Oh, Halid, how's it going? I don't care what anybody says, as long I don't know. I think Samurai's left, actually. You're just a little late, unfortunately. Oh, but Hans is here at the same time, so... He blew himself up, dumbass. I like to consider my chat box a type of outer heaven in and of itself. I don't care who you are, where you come from, as long as you're nice, as long as you're not talking horrible shit in the chat. I don't really care. I mean, I guess I would agree that Kojima's probably the only one who'd be able to do. He's the only. I don't know. Konami has tried to make Metal Gear games without Kojima. I'm not saying that they've been bad. I'm not saying that they weren't good. I'm just saying that the general consensus is that they were not up to the standard that had been set by the Kojima games. I definitely think that there is there's definitely a nostalgia factor. People want to be able to experience Metal Gear for the first time again. People think that Kojima's the only one who could do it because there is nothing, because people think that he's the only one that can do it because of the fact that he's the only one who's been doing it, and they think that, oh, it's just not going to be good unless he does it because, you know. Yeah, I'm not saying that Konami wouldn't be able to make a good Metal Gear game. It is within the realm of possibility. It could happen. I would say that they haven't made an inspired Metal Gear game without Kojima. I think Kojima has the creative vision that Konami as a company lacks, which is why Metal Gear is kind of worse off without him. But the other thing to keep in mind is that Kojima does not give a shit anymore. You know, he's making Fizzant, he's making Death Stranding. Maybe Fizzant would be like a great spiritual successor. I hope it is. I hope that Fizzant is like a spiritual successor to Metal Gear. I hope that he taps into some of the stuff that he did before. Even when you look at Death Stranding, I didn't really love Death Stranding. I didn't finish it, to be totally honest. I think that it is just kind of it's not for everybody. Some people think it's great, some people think it's not great. I'm of the opinion that objectively, like, the game is well made. It just doesn't, the gameplay loop just might not appeal to everybody, is all I'll really say. I think that it is objectively a good game. It's not like it's held together with, you know, dreams and scotch tape. It's not, like, poorly designed. I think that it is just, the intention behind it is very different from what Kojima has made in the past. And that's why it's different from what Kojima made in the past, and it is just a
Successfully sneak your way into the heart
it is a very
FOB.
if I'm gonna be nice, I'd say it's a very unique experience. It's unlike any game I've ever played before, which is kind of how Metal Gear was, if you really think about it. You know, people, Metal Gear pioneered the concept of a stealth video game. You know, before Metal Gear, there was like 007 GoldenEye and stuff like that, but that was more shooting gallery, I think, than it was stealth. But I didn't play that game, so I don't think I should really comment very much on it. But oh fuck, can you stop, please? Jesus. That screwed me over that box. I lost time doing that. Not what I intended to do with that, but whatever. I would like to see if Konami could make an honest-to-goodness Metal Gear game, and have it actually be something that people enjoy overall. Because again, like I've said, I think that the biggest issues with the games that Konami has made without Kojima has just been that they're not inspired. Just that they don't have the same vision, they don't have the same pizzazz, I guess you could say, as and credit where credit's due. I talk a lot of shit about Metal Gear. I talk a lot of shit about MGS5, but even with all the shit that I talk about it, even with the fact that it's unfinished and kind of a nightmare in terms of the narrative, it's got something. It has a soul, at least, is what I'll say. Metal Gear Survive and Delta feel kind of soulless to me. Because in my opinion they are. Because they are remakes, and I mean, Survive is an original experience, it's an original game, but it is not a, but it's not, it's original, but it's not unique, is what I'll say. Because it reuses all of its assets, the gameplay, it's Metal Gear with zombies. Like, oh my god, how many zombie games have we seen in the past, like, 5 years even? And how many zombie games were being made at the time that Survive came out? Like, I think that you could clearly see why people wouldn't think it's interesting. But anyway, I should really eat my, oh fuck, it's like 3 o'clock. I should really eat my lunch. I've always thought it's kind of weird eating on stream because, like, I guess my biggest problem with it is just, like, if you, I don't like to leave the stream. I like to, keep talking and keep it going, at the very least. I like to keep people engaged is what I'm trying to say. And if I have to go get food, then I have to, get up and mute my mic and make people wait. Yeah, I definitely think that there is too much glaze for Kojima, after all. I do think that he has... His games have soul, but when you really look at the narrative and stuff, when you look at a lot of the influences that Kojima cites in terms of making Metal Gear, it's less of like, oh, these games were influential for me, and it's less of like they were influential and they made me, Kojima genuinely copied things from the influences that he cites, which is pretty egregious, you know? Yeah, Delta is a fine game. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just when you compare it to the other Metal Gear games, it's like it just doesn't really stack up in terms of the gameplay. I think definitely is objectively worse in Delta, and I will die on that hill. People are going to say like, "Oh, but MGS3 is from 2004 and it's so clunky and this, that, and the..." I don't care. I don't care if it's from 2004. If my child ever comes to me one day and is like, "I want to play Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I want to play Delta," I'm going to be like, "You're going to play the original and you're going to fucking like it, okay?" Because Delta's gameplay, the way Snake moves, the bullet drop, everything. And this is the thing, is that if you play the games in chronological order, or not in chronological, if you play them in release order, it's not even all that weird, because you start, this is the thing, is I think a lot of people try to play the Metal Gear games in isolation. I don't know, maybe that's maybe that's a bit too big of a generalization to say that people just play one Metal Gear game and then they judge the rest of the series based off of that. I think a good amount of people have done that. But when you play all of the games in release order, you really feel how everything evolves. And I think that is a very underrated facet of Metal Gear as a franchise that I think a lot of people don't really appreciate a whole lot, or at least it's not talked about enough, is how the gameplay evolves as you go in order, right? And I think that people will play Metal Gear Solid 3 and they'll be like, they'll hear how they'll get caught up in the hype about the story and about this, that, and the other, and you know, because that's the main thing that MGS3 is known for, is the story, right? People say that the gameplay is good, people talk about it, but one of the things that you always hear is the story is great, but the game is from 2004, so it's going to look like it's from 2004 and it's going to play like it's from 2004. And I think that while that is true, if you play the games in release order, which in the current day is easier than ever because they're all on Steam, they're all on PlayStation and Xbox, like, just grab the Master Collection, play them in order. You've got the Volume 2 coming out, play them in order, feel how the games evolve. Give MGS1 a chance. Hell, give Metal Gear 1 a chance. Right? Give Metal Gear 1 a chance. I didn't do that. I will be fully transparent. I started with Metal Gear Solid. I didn't start with Metal Gear 1. I started with Metal Gear Solid. And I don't necessarily regret that. I feel like the main thing is with Metal Gear 1 and 2 is you can kind of get away with not playing them because the narrative doesn't really connect. Nothing, you know, like, it is important. The only important thing I would argue about Metal Gear 1 and 2 is the characters of Solid Snake, Big Boss, and Gray Fox. Those are the only characters that you actually need to, like, care about when it comes to Metal Gear 1 and 2. And there's nothing wrong with playing one game in the series and having an opinion on that game specifically. And I'm not saying that you do this. I'm not saying, Michael, that you do this. I think in general, especially good lord, I am like twisting my words so bad right now. I'm trying to say like 3 different things at once. Among younger fans of the series, they tend to play either Metal Gear Solid 5, Delta, or 3, and then they just like, they play those games in isolation, and then they judge the rest of the series based on their experience with those games in isolation, right? And that's my issue with the way younger people treat it. Is that they I feel like for a large part of the population, they don't really look at the whole series. They don't play the whole series. I could be overgeneralizing. I could absolutely be overgeneralizing, but that's the that's kind of the way I feel. I think that Metal Gear Solid is modern enough of a game. It's still clunky. It's still clunky. Yeah, it's from 1998, but I think that once you get it's like I don't know if anybody else ever experienced this, but it's like when your mom gives you medicine that tastes bad. She's like just down it, and or when your mom tells you to eat broccoli for the first time. She's like, just try it, just give it a try, and you eat it, and then you're like, "Oh, okay, this actually isn't that bad." So that's my main criticism is I just feel like, if you're going to experience the games, don't experience them in isolation. I'm really glad. To be fair, I played Metal Gear Rising. That was my first ever Metal Gear game that I ever played. But I would argue that that's kind of an okay place to start. It's not an okay place to start from a narrative standpoint, but from a gameplay standpoint, it doesn't really matter because it's a hack and slash, which is completely divorced from the gameplay of the rest of the series. Also, Metal Gear Rising is incredible, and anybody who hasn't played it should play it, but I digress. I'm probably going to grab my lunch, but I had a train of thought that I want to finish. Um, yeah,
Clouds approaching.
every Metal Gear game in isolation, even excluding Survive. Fuck Survive. We don't talk about Survive. Every Metal Gear game in isolation, I think you can look at those games independent of everything else and be like, this is a good game. This is a good game. But I feel like, again, younger people play the old game. They're not used to it. They either play 5 or Delta or one of the newer games, and then they go back and try to play from the beginning, and they're like, oh, this is so annoying, this is so frustrating. Ugh. And I get it, but you're setting yourself up to fail in that regard. I'm not trying to criticize the way anybody plays their video games. All I'm saying is, by and large, if you take anything away from this conversation, and I don't really need to say this because I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat has played at least one Metal Gear game. Just if you're gonna play a Metal Gear game, don't try to structure your entire view of the series based on one game. And if you haven't, play them in chronological order, or not chronological. Why do I keep saying chronological? Play them in release order. But I think that that's also a very common talking point that a lot of people have. I think that whenever you're a new player and you're like, how should I get into Metal Gear? If you ask anybody, they're going to tell you, start with Metal Gear Solid, go in order. I think that that's the common wisdom. But anyway, I'm going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to grab my lunch. Please don't go anywhere. I swear to God, I'm going to keep doing interesting stuff.
approaching.
Okay, you're gonna hear some lip smacking because I'm still eating, but like, don't worry about it. I love having a loyal audience. It does that. Okay, you guys ready for more resource farming? Yay! I don't understand this shit, bro. Wait. Oh, damn it. I always get my hopes up and then it's like... I guess I could ghost this guy, but I kind of don't want to. Like, I do, but like... If it's not level 78, I really don't care. I do it out of... I don't know. For the content, I suppose. Guys gotta upload, you know. Watch. Damn it. See, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, fine. I don't think any of these people are... Yeah. Only have 5 days left on this wormhole, too. Might as well close it now.
To FOB.
Ha ha ha.
Deploying.
See, if I was smart, I would just use, like, Snake or something when I do, like, these, like, level 60 bases, because, like I said, I kind of prefer to, I just prefer to get the most espionage when I go for a high level base. In this situation, I don't really care a whole lot. I bet I can still get a decent score, but No, actually, what am I talking about? No, I'm literally such a goblin for espionage points. I don't actually. I completely take that shit back because I would. Okay, so this is an interesting scenario, but I have an idea. I really kind of screwed the pooch here, didn't I? I can walk past that mine, I think. I think I can do it. There's a guy... Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna be... Yeah, I'm good. Never mind. I'm the best. It's actually kind of nuts because... Thank God he did not fall into the ocean. That's the thing, man. A lot of... I don't actually know how many people, like, care that much, but hitboxes in this game are much a bigger deal than you'd think. Because when you're standing, like, your hitbox genuinely changes depending on your stance. Which I'm sure most people knew that, but, you know. Helpful tip in case you didn't. This kind of sucks. I can't really, I don't really have line of sight on a lot of people here. Is there a dude? Okay, there's a dude, like, there. That's fine. Really? There's a sneaky camera around there. Nice one. Props for that one. This deck is a mess, dude. I don't know if I ever made a video about this guy. I think I tried ghosting him one time before and it didn't work. Idea. Because I don't think I've ever encountered somebody who, like, I ghost them and then I upload a video and then, like, they actually, like, change their base layout in order to make it harder for me based on the video, but he might have just looked at the security log from the last time I tried to attack him. I don't know. What's up, Shadow? How's it going? I definitely respect the mine placements. Those are definitely not doing me any favors, which is, you know, they're not, like, this is the thing about the mine placements, I've said this before, is, like, you know, they should either be, the worst thing that you can do is place mines that are completely pointless, as in they are extremely easy to avoid or something like that. That is, like, the #1 worst thing that you can do in terms of base defense. And he is not doing me a whole lot of favors there. He is doing exactly what I think you should be doing with your mines, is putting them in positions that are going to impede progress, if nothing else. Over here. Too low? Yeah. Is that UAV, like, right there? Damn. Damn! I kind of need this UAV to fuck off. I don't like missing these shots. Okay. I mean, yeah, that was kind of what I was wondering earlier, because I think the setup that he had last time I attacked him was different. Because I think I died or something. And he might have... I got spotted and I just... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I just was like, whatever, and I jumped into the ocean or something. But yeah, I mean, if he's actively editing his setup in real time, that is... I respect that 100%. I mean, even I myself am not really one to do that kind of thing, to be totally honest. Usually I just stick with what I've got. I don't really like to edit my setups very much because usually, I mean, they work pretty well, I guess. I think I've got a good amount of this ammo still. I don't think that guy heard that. Okay. At that point, he's not even a maniac. He is just a active player. That would be impossible. I don't even know if there's games though these days that can do stuff like that. You see how useful that battery vaporizer is? I would have been like fucked if I didn't have that, because I wouldn't have been able to really tell. Yeah, and see, here is a common problem that you can run into when you're ghosting is sometimes if you're like me and you're a little too overzealous about it, they'll start waking up before you can really get there, and that is not helpful. Nothing spot me, please. You know it would be a nasty spot for a mine? Right there. There's a automatic mine placed right there. If you placed like a custom one right, that would be so nasty. I should really not be giving people any ideas, but somebody's awake. He might be below me though. I think he is below me. There we go. That'll do just fine.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
The problem with base dev is that sometimes I can't get a smoke grenade all the way to the back of the door, which can I don't think that that's really been a problem recently, but I remember one time in the past where I got spotted right as I got to the core, and it was because there was a I don't know if I was just like not paying attention or if I just missed I just didn't throw a grenade. But yeah, you can't, the smoke grenade doesn't cover the whole area at the end there, which can be a little annoying because, you know, UAVs might circle around at the last moment and get you. But it all works out in the end. And none of these people have a base above like level 45. Or like level 50. I wouldn't even get like 100 espionage for a headshot on that. Anybody home? Why did I ask if anybody's home? That's literally my base. I'm the one who should be home. Darn it. Now I have nothing to do but sit here. Woo! Well, I'm glad I'm on the same level as the World Cup. Who do you support for the World Cup? I personally am not really a soccer person, but I mean, I heard the USA team lost their game, so that stinks. My interest is kind of expired now. You know what? Actually, hang on a minute. One thing I want to see, are any of these people in the game? This guy is. I don't know if I've tried to fight this guy before.
Please select
Oh, fuck. I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to be out of trucks. Damn it. Oh.
unit dispatched.
That'll be the very next thing that I do. Hopefully this guy shows up, but
FOB.
his base is like, what, level 40? So I'm kind of not... Well, not quiet. Let's be fair here.
Deploying.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy might not. And I got coffee all over my shirt, and I have not even noticed that. That's incredible.
Successfully sneak your way
I think after I do this, whatever the result is here, I'm going to start doing the single player farming.
forward to meeting the new recruits.
The trucks and stuff. I mean, it's not terribly interesting, unfortunately. It's not really... It's honestly less interesting than doing the resource farming, but... Hey, man, it needs to be done. I am literally better at farming, like, things in this game than I am at, like, doing my laundry. It's embarrassing, but, you know.
Analysis complete.
That's squared away. Ah. Thank you, UAVs. Very helpful. I'm gonna be so honest, I think the non-lethal UAVs are literally, like, more annoying than the lethal ones, because the smoke just, like, stops you in your tracks, which is very, very frustrating. Ugh, also the fucking effect on your screen is really annoying. There's an olive. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of not sure that this guy's gonna actually show up to defend, but one can hope. I don't actually remember how many FOBs he had. I didn't look very hard. If he has more than, like, one is a good sign in the first place.
Analysis complete. Analysis
I mean, I guess his security level isn't like
Analysis
crazy high, but he does have like S-ranked guards, which counts for something.
Analysis complete.
That means I think that he is at least somewhat more active than other people could be.
Analysis complete.
that a person?
Marker to marker
I
removed.
think so.
Analysis complete.
What's up, Potato? How's it going, bro?
Analysis complete.
I don't want to sit here and wait for another 4 minutes and do nothing, but I also don't want to, like... I don't want to just, like, wipe his whole base. Because that'd be a little unfair.
Clouds approaching.
Wait, let's go gambling. Okay, I'm gonna bet... it's gonna land on the hand grenade. Darn. Done generator. Darn. Smoke grenade. Darn. Okay, FOM decoy. Damn it. It's kind of fun. Yeah, wouldn't it? I already had all of mine for today. I haven't had enough caffeine. Wormhole generator. Damn it. Okay, petrol bomb. Dang it. Petrol bomb. I low-key touched it there, actually. Dark matter generator. The lethal version. Hand grenade. Hand grenade. Damn it. So close. Decoy. Place your bets in the comments. Decoy again. Hand grenade. Fuck. Sleep grenade. I am terrible at this. Ah. Smoke grenade.
Heavy mist anticipated.
Dang it. Smoke grenade again. I get so close. Okay, dark matter generator. Wormhole. dude. Stun generator. Petrol bomb. Hey! That's some of the dumbest shit I've ever done. Hey man, the big bet paid off, okay? I'm not gonna have a lot of time on this though, is the only problem. Only got like 5 minutes, unfortunately. This guy took forever to show up. Isn't that kind of fun? Just fucking gambling. I think that's kind of silly. Can't see anything. Stupid fog.
Clouds approaching.
He should be like right there. Oh, he saw me. I'm gonna try not to use this stun RGL if I can help it. Because I don't think that's really fair if you're fighting somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. We can do more of that gambling later. That was really fun in my opinion. I have yet to get a bet right. Unfortunately. Dude, the YouTube keeps automatically translating certain messages. And I'm like, I don't even... Oh, he's right there. The fuck was that? He's right there. This is kind of not fair, because... Is he using auto one? Oh, no, he's not.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's up there, I think. Oh, he's right there. Hang on. Oh, come on. I so have him. Oh, he knows. Did you win 5 bets or... Ah, shit. Oh! Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, I screwed up there. Hey, man, GG. You know, I kind of would have felt bad about coring him anyway, you know? That was the thing, is, I don't know. I didn't really want to give him the... I didn't really want to... I already killed, like, everybody in his base, which I'm sure is not going to be, fun for him to try to regain all those people, but... Okay, hang on. I want to do one more thing.
Please select a mission.
I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some single player farming. But oh wait.
Clouds approaching.
Yeah, I kind of would have felt bad about that. Um. Hang on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is
Heading to FOB.
I'm gonna
Deploying.
do this. I'm gonna change the time.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Please select a landing zone.
Oh, you know what I should probably do? Hang on. Okay, actually, I kind of should have just stuck to what I was doing there, but... Oh, his nuke is gone. Oh, wait, does he not have any... Boring. He has level 78s, but not any... Oh, yeah, I'm not attacking that guy. Okay, hang on.
Heading to FOB.
We're gonna do some more gambling. I want to go until I get one of them right.
Deploying.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
shit.
The map has been updated.
Okay. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna do some more gambling. Okay. So I'm gonna start with smoke grenade. Okay, wormhole. Dark matter. Yay! That was like the silliest thing ever. I'm gonna start doing that when I'm waiting for somebody. I'm gonna start doing fucking equipment gambling. 90% of equipment gamblers give up before they win big. I think a friend of mine got attacked, so they might have a wormhole to somebody? Question mark? That's weird. PlayStation seems to have it out for people that, I don't know. They just have it out for people in general, I guess. Yeah. I guess I might as well go for this guy.
FOB.
There isn't like a specific way to reset those, is there?
Deploying.
I didn't think there was. Like to reset your playtime.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
That is really weird. I've never heard of that before. I guess it's probably some kind of a bug or something. You'd really think that PlayStation would have fixed some shit like that, but... Could you turn around for me? That guy was almost right in my face. That could have been bad.
CP, this is Zulu 2. I can see smoke. Possible enemy sabotage. Over. This is CP. Understood. Titan security and stay alert. Out.
You know, I kind of don't like this base dev for ghosting, because look at how covered up everything is. Like, none of these guards have line of sight to me. Seriously? He just, like, instantly turned around. It's kind of funny. I didn't need to do that. I just wasted a smoke grenade. Well, I don't know. Ever since that other guy's base kind of made me paranoid. And he had that camera on the wall there. I'm gonna be a pro gamer and I can't see. Top 10 things people say after throwing smoke grenades. I can't see. Yeah, no shit. That sleep grenade did absolutely nothing. Hilarious. So I kind of wonder what his mine setup is going to look like on this platform. Because I think this guy tends to hold nukes rather than anything else. So I wonder if he's going to be more inclined to have mines placed in like one specific area rather than like spread around. Ah, come on. There we go. That was way harder than it should have been. Yeah, you see, this is kind of weird to me, is you'd think... You'd think... I am fucking shooting everything except the guard. But... That could have been really bad. If I was any closer, it probably would have seen me. Really? Making my way downtown, walking fast. Yeah, but you know, you'd think I'd be able to get more espionage on, like a mid-range base because the guards are, like, closer together, but that's actually not the case, and I kind of think the reason why is because, like I said earlier in the stream, you know, when you're talking about, like, snipers, they're always in, like, one specific area. They're always, like, standing still, so they're significantly easier to hit. And with these guards, they're kind of not doing that.
CP, this is Delta 6. Threat in the area. We're tightening security. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out. CP, this is Delta 2. Something worth looking into here. Please advise. Over.
I love how, like, intensely they look at things. That's kind of funny to me. That did not miss. Money back.
CP, this is Delta 9. Signs of enemy activity. Tightening security. Over.
I'm out.
Keep your eyes open. Out.
Fuck you guys, bro. I'm just gonna have to rely on sleep grenades more than anything else now. Which, to be fair, is pretty reliable, but it's still annoying.
CP, this is Delta 3. Threat detected. Go on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
Really?
All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
I have never seen this kind of a UAV pattern before.
CP, this is Zulu 7. Seeing smoke. Possible enemy attack. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
I actually got that guy.
All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation.
Ah, shit.
Closest, go check it out. All fire teams, this is CP. UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. CP, this is Delta 3. We'll investigate ASAP. Out.
You know what I'm gonna do? I kind of want to destroy that one. Nah, just wait for it to pass. I'm nothing if not committed to my art of ghosting. You know, I wonder if it would be a better idea to throw a smoke grenade on top of that actual... And there's a guy right there. That's cool.
Clouds approaching.
Gotta love the energy walls!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh, I actually got staff from that guy. I didn't even realize. 151. I guess I'll take that. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. Now what? That guy has a decent base. But again, all mid-range. I guess I shouldn't be, like, so picky about, like, the bases that I go for, but it's just, like, I really like doing long-range bases because they're the most... You can farm espionage the easiest on those. Well, my...
Heading to FOB.
farming... Oh, yeah, you're right. Trucks. Good catch there. Good catch there. Okay.
Please
How do I want to do this? I know how I want to do this. Go here. Go here.
Central Africa.
I really wish it gave you more than, like, 3 loadout slots. That is super annoying to me. That's fine. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, no, that's intentional. Stealth camo. I don't need more than those. That was an excellent catch, Mike. I really appreciate that. Right in. We're good. Okay. This is the method that I like to use to farm trucks and stuff. It's not going to be very interesting, I hate to say, but hopefully I'll be able to, you know, say something funny and start a conversation that will be more engaging. So the first thing that we do, we shoot the truck. It will stop. The people will get out and be like, what's going on? And then what we will do is we will hop out of the helicopter when it sets down. Turn on our stealth camo. Knock them out. And then we grab the truck. And then I should probably check and see, what am I looking at in terms of cars? I have so many of those. Okay, I got about... Nah, I guess it wouldn't hurt to grab more cars. You can do cars and trucks at the same time doing this.
The map has been updated.
I don't know. You know, one thing that I'll say about this game in terms of like grinding and stuff is I feel like
Extraction arrived at my
it's not really a game that I think you would. What am I trying to say? I'm doing a horrible job of speaking right now. I think that the main issue that I think a lot of people have is just it doesn't feel like a game that you would normally like quote unquote grind at. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it has the online contingent, but the majority of the game
select a mission.
is based around the single player, right? Then you want to start this mission specifically. It'll show up a thing right here.
Database.
And then that will give you a checkpoint. It'll automatically extract the car, and then the mission will start, and then you want to cancel the mission, and then the truck will spawn in again, as will the car, because starting a mission refreshes the single player. And it works out great. Yeah, but it's like, it doesn't feel like a game that you would have to grind for things in, you know? And then, you know, yeah, again, there's an online contingent, but it's so focused around the single player in the first place that it doesn't really seem like it would make sense. Imagine Peace Walker hit FOBs, you play with someone in versus ops, and then you extract them a few times, you can find the coordinates to their base. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but I don't really... Unfortunately, it wouldn't... In my opinion, it wouldn't really make sense. I mean, I never really played Peace Walker co-op, just because I emulated the game and didn't have the means to play online. But,
Please select a
I kind of want to... When the Master... Oh, geez. When the Master Collection Volume 2 drops, I kind of... I want to get the Master Collection specifically for that. But I'm also kind of... I'm also kind of not sure. Because, it's going to be it's going to be expensive. And I already have MGS 4 and Peace Walker emulated. So I kind of don't really need to be totally honest. Ugh. Do not drink coffee water. It's really gross. Yeah, and that's 50 too many USD for me. 50 too many dollars. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're broke. Oh, you're broke. Yeah. I'll admit that. It's not, me personally. I think that's a shit deal in my opinion. I don't know. Delta was $60, which was a scam for a game that came out in 2004. I don't care what people say about, oh, the graphics, oh, the quality. I don't care. It was not worth $60.
Please select a mission.
And the Master Collection,
The map extraction arrived
again, it's like you're re-releasing stuff. A lot of the people that are gonna buy the Master, yeah, 70, 60, whatever. But a lot of the people that are gonna buy the Master Collection are people that have already played the game, right? They've already played the game, and I don't know, maybe they don't have their PS3 from their childhood or their PS2 or whatever from their childhood, and they just want to play it again on a modern platform. You know, again, I have the means to play MGS4 and MGS Peace Walker without without getting them on Steam, and I'm not really inclined to, you know, I'm not really inclined to pay money for games that I already have. Is the only thing. I don't really know how the currency differences work, but I feel like the price is going to be largely, like, it's going to hit your wallet the same way. They wouldn't price it differently if it wasn't. I don't know about that, because what I'm going to do actually right now really quick, I'm going to look at Steam. Peace Walker is listed as a DLC. I'm not even kidding. Like, it sounds crazy. But if I go to... You're not going to be able to see it on stream, but... I think it's in my wish list. I'm not even on the right account for this, actually. Metal Gear... Peace... Okay. Okay, see, that's better. Yeah, okay, see, okay, that's interesting, because Peace Walker used to be listed as a DLC. It used to be listed as a DLC on Steam, but it is no longer listed as a DLC. So I guess it won't be... I guess you're right, it doesn't look like it's gonna be, doesn't look like you're gonna have to get, 4 and... But also at the same time, I'm not sure about that. Because... Downloadable content from Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. It looks like all of the games... But they're not listed independently of each other. That's the thing. Yeah, on Steam, it doesn't look like they're standalone. It looks like they are combined into the bundle. I don't know if that's going to persist, but for example, if you go to the Master Collection Volume 1, you can buy like MGS3 or MGS2 independent of each other. Like, yeah, Metal Gear Solid is only $20, and then the whole collection is $40 because it's on sale right now on Steam at least. I mean, if I could get one independently of the other,
Select a mission.
I'd consider it, but I'm not sure about that.
Mission accepted. The map
Because it doesn't look like, at least the way it's presented right now, it doesn't look like they're gonna be independent of each other. It looks like they're gonna be together, which I'm not really a fan of.
caution. Rain approaching.
All I'm saying is that I don't see them being sold separately on PC, but hopefully that'll be different when they actually come out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of lazy. I mean, I want to play Peace Walker co-op, but I also don't want to play the whole game, to be totally honest. Peace Walker is fun. It's probably one of my favorite stories in the Metal Gear series, but I kind of don't like playing it, to be completely honest. Yeah. Fans can also purchase standalone. Okay, well, I mean, good. Good. I hope that that is reflected when it comes out. Buying the standalone version means you'll. I don't care about Ghost Babel. I know Steel Kratos is gonna have my head in a fucking vice for saying that, but I don't care about Ghost Babel. I'm sorry. You know, one thing I've never understood, right? Are you supposed to pronounce it Babel or Babel? Because I thought in the Bible it was pronounced the Tower of Babel. I've never heard it pronounced with like the long A sound. I always thought it was pronounced Babel, Ghost Babel, but that also sounds kind of silly to be totally honest. Kratos says it as Ghost Babel. I don't know if it really matters though. We all know what we're talking about.
Please select a mission.
Yeah.
Mission accepted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in what the co-op would look like in Peace Walker. I've never played that before, so I'd be really interested to see what it's like. And I know that there would probably be a good community for it as well, but I don't know. You know, I'm not entirely sure about that. Um, if I bring a new truck with you and extract, well, see, I think you could do that, but the truck would be at the mission starting point. It wouldn't be over here. I think it would be up there where the helicopter came in. And that's a little out of the way. This is a strategy that my friend came up with. And I mean, it works well enough. You can get a car and a truck in like under 30 seconds, so. But I don't know. I might try that at some point just to be certain. But I don't really know. I kind of want to turn on security challenge just for kicks and giggles, but that's also a little stressful.
Mission accepted. The map has extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah, I didn't love the gameplay of Peace Walker, to be totally honest. Like, I don't know what it was about the gameplay of Peace Walker that I just didn't really vibe with me. The thing is that it was designed to be a sort of like take home. It was meant to be a mobile game, quote unquote. It was meant to be used and played. It was meant to be played on the go, is what I'm trying to say. It was meant to be a handheld, is the proper term. And I'm just like, not saying handheld games can't be good. Like, you know, I'm sure they can. Like, there's definitely examples of that. I've never really played. I didn't really grow up with handheld games. I never had like a DS or anything like that, or a PS Vita or something like that. I never really had that. Number one, and number two, the gameplay is just like it feels very intentionally made to be a handheld game that you can play on the go, which is not bad if you like handheld games. I just don't really like them. So that's kind of the only issue that I have with it.
Mission accepted. The map extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the co-op and the verses are like. Oh yeah, you're gonna be putting out a ton of like tutorials and stuff, aren't you? Well, I'm glad that I'll have something to help me through my time in Peace Walker. I mean, I've already played the game, so I have like I know how it plays. I know how it works. It's just, yeah, you know, I didn't ever do the online stuff, so.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. The map extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Gang crew, how's it going? You know, something that I had considered making a video on was like the top 10 improvements that I would make to FOBs. We just got a PS2 2 weeks ago. Nice. That is one of the best consoles ever made. So I'm told. I'm a loser. I didn't grow up with a PS2, but I'm a youngin'. I'm a young whippersnapper, so I never grew up with that, but I mean, if everybody says it, it must be true, you know.
Mission accepted.
That's what we call a logical fallacy.
At Mother Base.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the thing is that, like, when I first played Peace Walker, it was really fun. But now that I've played 5, I'm like kind of disillusioned by it because 5 is just a better version of Peace Walker in almost every way, in terms of gameplay at least. I'll say that. Wow, thanks box. Yeah, that's kind of funny to me that you're able to get like the same game across like 5 different platforms. It's kind of crazy. I've heard that people do play on Xbox. I've heard that there is some player base for it still, which I was surprised. I thought that they had shut down the Xbox servers. This is a Mandela effect that I've struggled with because I've been like, I swear somebody told me they shut down the servers for Xbox.
The map extraction arrived at Mother Base.
But was it released on the 360? I'm probably insane, but was it ever put? Oh, it was on 360. Okay, so that's probably what I'm thinking of then. Google's telling me it was on the 360. Yeah, okay. So I'm probably thinking of the 360 version then. But I can imagine that running it on there is like hell on earth. Is it gonna give me this alert here? I might want to actually go for this. Bro. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna
Extraction arrived at Mother.
X out of here. Yeah, this is an actual defense that I want to do. I'm doing unmodded on PC, yeah. This is actually my second account. I had a first account that I ended up just like not I ended up not playing on it. Like I wanted to start over on everything. So I'm using this account for that. I don't know if it's going to let me in. Really? Yeah. Yeah, my alts, this account is full of cheats and shit, I'm sure. Lead is on security challenge. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny that you say that. About MGO. I just want to see. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, is it even going to stream properly? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Okay, this isn't going to stream properly. Whoops, never mind. This is so annoying because MGO and MGS5 are technically like two different games. So you'll probably hear the audio, but you won't see anything. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess you will see something. That's so weird because sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it does. Sometimes I have to have two different games, or do I? Okay, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. If I can defend my friend, I'm going to. Yeah, this is why it's nice having having friends that hoard nukes. Yeah, I know that MGO is completely dead on PS3 or PS4, PS5. Like just unreal. But yeah, there's people on PC that still play it. They're not many. I think it might kick me out again. If it takes longer than like 5 or 10 seconds to load on PlayStation? Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. All I'm saying is the what I'd heard is that there was nobody playing on PlayStation, but I guess that wasn't right. Weird. This server is so laggy, bro. It just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna see if there's anyone playing on PC here. I think MGS5 not being crossplay is one of the biggest travesties of all time. This game could have had such a great lifespan. It could have had a much longer lifespan. It'd probably be a lot better than where it's at now. Oh god, do I go into the serious business bounty hunter game? Well, see, and the thing about crossplay is it would force them to implement an actually, like, good anti-cheat. Oh, I can use this now? Okay, cool. Maybe I'll use this. This might be kind of fun. I feel like this shield is going to be such a... This is... Did I get shot in the ass or no? I guess that was in front of me. I really thought that was going to work better than it did. Oh, this has a sight on it. Oh, that's interesting. It does like 0 damage. That's cool. Aww. Okay, well. Yeah, bruh. This is like... I guess Ezra disproved that, but I thought that this game was not alive on PC, but I suppose it is. The thing that I hate about MGO, though, is like, dude, why are they even bothering to extract me, bro? I have 1 tag. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't look like a great loadout, so we're gonna go with this one. We're just gonna try to take bodies and kill people, I guess. See, look at how well that worked out. That instantly worked out better than before. Than trying to use the damn... I guess the reason why I was trying to use the shield is because somebody was like giving me a hell of a time in another game that I was playing earlier. Seriously? That sucks. Why do they want to extract me so badly? I have like no tags. That's really kind of pointless in my opinion. I should probably stop spawning here. Do they know? Do they literally know? Bruh. I guess I kind of did that to myself, didn't I? Let me spawn there. This is probably a horrible place to spawn, but... Oh, and this doesn't have a sight? That sucks. Good. I was doing pretty good with this loadout in another game, but shit, too late. That was, wow, that was embarrassing. Bro, I'm right there. Nice one, guys. Yeah, I think we deserve to lose this game. MGO used to piss me off a lot, but, like, honestly, like, who cares, bruh? This game does not matter at all. I'd so hit that guy. I'll take that. Oh, that's a grenade. Another one. Aw, leave me alone. Huge assist. I have no more nades. Oh, what's going on? Aww. Help! Help! Why did they do that? What was the point behind that? I should probably stop standing here and letting them hit me. Oh, that's their whole team. I see you. Okay, that guy's. I literally jumped. Boo! This game's latency sucks, dude. This game actually has terrible latency. I swear to God, every time I hit the dive button. Oh, thanks. That was helpful. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Never mind. Best at this game. I really hate the infiltrator people that just run up behind you and, like, fuck you up. That's mad enough. Can you not, maybe? What? Are we serious right now, bro? Are you serious right now, bro? This is what I don't get about this game. Thank you. That guy doesn't know the method, unfortunately. Damn, this guy is fast. Oh. Okay, he's dead. I love just, like, seeing people run around and get fucking executed. It's kind of funny. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Do I even have grenades? Nope, I don't. I'm out of ammo, too. That's not good. Ow. Okay. That was kind of weird. I don't know what the deal was there. But, okay. Man, we're gonna lose. Speed, I'm going to lose! I see that. I see you. Stop doing that. I wasted those grenades so badly. Ow, 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 okay. Thanks, game. I'm lagging so bad right now. Trust it's the lag, nothing else. Ah, dude, those MGO tryhards are crazy. Is this stream laggy? Oh shit. I think MGO might be a little too much on my. I think MGO might be a bit too stressful for my internet. Minor technical difficulties, sorry. Are we good? Is it better now? Oh my god, it's like so far behind. Oh shit. Oof. Hang on. Oh, brother. Are we okay now? Is it caught up? We were having some major issues. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, sorry about that. Fuck. That was not good. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. I guess it really doesn't like me streaming MGO then. That's unfortunate. Hey, it's this guy again. What the fuck? Somebody random just sent me a friend request on Steam. Random Metal Gear player. I have no idea who they are. Okay, that was weird. Sorry about that. You know what? I think I am gonna go on security challenge. I don't see why not.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to FOB.
You know, that was not what I intended to happen. Oh, my poor little grade 7 sneaking suit.
Clouds approaching.
It's so pitiful. Are we back? Okay. Are we doing okay? Sorry about that. I literally had to just turn my internet off. uh, are we good now? I gotta hang on. Log back into the game because it turned off. Yeah, okay. I genuinely had to reset my internet. Sorry about that. I don't even know what happened there. Like MGO, it just like took a complete shit when I tried to play MGO. It was crazy. I don't know if I think it must have been an issue with my internet as a whole. I don't think it was just MGO's fault, but let's say it was. Let's just say that it was. Cuz I think that's funnier. I'm going to go on security challenge for a bit. I don't know. Yeah, leave me alone. My internet is like incredible like 99% of the time. 99% of the time, my internet is completely fine with no problems. Unfortunately, like 5 minutes ago was not a good example of it, but, you know. Okay. Yeah, that was unfortunate for sure. Rock and roll McDonald's. Oh, wait, I actually low-key know what you're talking about. That rings a bell for some reason. Whatever you're talking about there rings a bell to me.
Deploying.
I don't know why.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Yeah, I love that. I love how, you know, if it doesn't work, turn it off and turn it back on, then it'll be fine. That's my favorite tech support advice to give or to take. I didn't even need to smoke that camera. That was kind of pointless. Hey, don't you insult Salamander's fashion. He worked hard for this, summer body. I would know because I was the one that made him do all of that work. He had to core 3 FOBs to get this kind of a fit. One does not simply... Or, I don't know. One does not simply wear the Salamander outfit without putting in the proper work. I love how long the smoke grenades last. Like, that's kind of funny to me. They literally last forever. And that dude's just standing there completely oblivious. Funniest shit ever. Stop. There we go. Let's see here. Aw. Damn, that was way off. Man, ugh. Like, I feel like I can just swap to the other gun and then, like, use it immediately, but, like, you kind of shouldn't do that. That doesn't really work out too well, unfortunately. There we go.
All fire teams, this is CP. Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
There's that.
CP, this is Zulu 1.
There's another guy up there.
All fire teams,
I think I can coax him.
cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
Or not. No, he's like running the complete other direction.
Just found one of us knocked down. Over.
Eesh.
This is CP. Understood. They could
I kind of thought that was gonna hit the fucking UAV for a minute. That's kind of funny. I have an idea, and maybe it's a little stupid. I'm going to go from the front. Okay. Yeah, see, the problem that I run into is not, that's not the right grenade. The, the problem that I run into is that, you see that guard right there? Like, he would get hit by the mine if I were to go in from the side. And he would die, and that would suck.
Infiltration successful.
And I want to go in from the front because it's easier that way.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I'm gonna be honest, I fucking forgot that I turned security challenge on. Please tell me I'm not gonna come back to my base completely empty and fucked up. That would suck. Okay, well, I mean, it could be worse. Anyone?
Approaching.
That's like everybody that's... Nah, I don't wanna. I don't wanna try to get this guy's thing. I don't know what to do. Oh no. This is the state of FOBs in 2026. You try to do a stream and then you just end up not having anything to do. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother trying to attack that guy. It's so tempting, but I mean, if I had a, if my if my sneaking suit was leveled up, I'd consider it, but not really interested. Yeah, why not?
To FOB.
I don't even think I can get my staff back at this point. I think I waited too long. I think it's been too long. I think I've already lost the guy. But it kind of doesn't matter because it was one dude, you know?
Successfully sneak your way into the heart
Oh,
of
I guess I can still get him back.
FOB, and you can take back the staff they captured. Make them regret they ever messed with us, boss.
That's useful. Now I gotta be a real try-hard to get this one staff member back. Oh, geez. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. That one staff member, he was, you know, he was just the best staff member of all time. That one staff member, he was my #1 guy. Who is looking at me? I was gonna say, like, where's this guy coming from? He doesn't even have the vaporizer. I didn't even realize. His base is like the same level as mine, basically. Can I hit this? You're damn right I can hit it. Why would you even ask me that? Who am I talking to? I sound schizophrenic. Bang. I think this guy has custom... Yeah. That he does. Is there one right there? No, there isn't. I think this guy has custom mines. And then I see the custom mine right in my face. I am so glad that I had the awareness to not shit the bed there. Because that would have been really bad. Shut up. Aw. I so hit that guy. Bang. I'm gonna put you to sleep, by the way. I love using a whole smoke grenade for a whole sleep grenade for one guy. Like, it is pretty pointless, but, you know. See, this is why I just adore sniper guards. People are like, okay, yes, sniper guards can be challenging, but if you know what you're doing, they are, like, so awesome. It's just so fun and satisfying to take them down. Because they don't move, they don't do anything, they just sit there. I kind of want to get a move on before that UAV circles back. Like that. This is like a level... And now I just have to sit here and wait. That's epic. I don't think I can watch this. I mean, watch this. I mean, no. Yeah, low-key. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought I was gonna be able to hit that guy. It's fine, I'll get closer, it's not a big deal. What are you doing? Just standing there. Hey, bro. And you. The thing that kind of irritates me, the fire rate on the underbarrel pistol and the sniper are like just infinitesimally different. One of them is like just a hair slower than the other, and it's like not really a big deal, but it kind of bothers me. The pistol is like slightly slower. Come on. Ah, you suck. I hate you. Oh, never mind. Oh, fuck. Ah, no! I'm such an idiot. Aww.
Infiltration failed.
That would have been really funny, actually, dive bombing you with C4. I didn't even see that. Did he get a wormhole? I think he did. No, he didn't. Never mind. It's all good. I wonder, can I go for him again then? How does that work? Because depending on the damage that you do... Nope. I had one shot and one opportunity to seize everything I ever wanted, and I let it slip, unfortunately. I definitely think, like, suicide bombing UAVs would have been a little overpowered. I don't even know if anybody's going to be on security challenge right now. I feel like the best time for that is in the morning. But maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. You know, I'll give my man Salamander a shower and then I'll probably call it a day there. I know that we had some issues with the stream, so I apologize for that. But this was a pretty fucking long one. This is what, 4 hours or something? 4 hours almost. So I am gonna do something else at this point. Kind of ran out of things to do, unfortunately. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the thing. Is I complain, oh, there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. You can always find something to do. It's just like, I don't know. I've considered, like, oh, what if I just started doing, like, main game, like, single player missions just for fun. But,
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Caution.
that's really interesting. I didn't actually know that did that. You suck, bro. Why aren't you S++?
Welcome back. Early, huh, boss?
What are you talking about, man? What if I... To run all the way back. You know, I don't actually know if this is like an actual layout that you can have for an FOB. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that the layout of Mother Base can be translated into a layout for an FOB. I think it's completely unique. I could be wrong about it, though. I've just never seen an FOB that looks like that. Maybe it's something like really niche, like the Hawaiian waters or something like that. I don't know. Look at how much easier this is now. If I was ever going to infiltrate a base. If this was an actual base, I mean. Easiest shit ever. I really do kind of wish they had done more with the Mother Base in general, but Like, you know, what are you really gonna do? I mean, that's just the story of this game's life in the first place. Oh, now you tell me. Oh, hey, I actually need to kick this guy's ass. I really hope I don't get disconnected. Oh, thank God. Woo, let's go. I turned off security challenge, did I not? I think I did. Fairly certain. About time we had some fucking action. I hope he doesn't just jump into the ocean or something. Is this CFA? Oh, really? No shit, really. Okay, interesting. I didn't even really know who this guy was. To be totally honest. Is he on my... Oh, what a dick. Look at this guy. Oh, come on. Look at this guy. Is he, like, using quiet or something? Oh, shit. Wait, I did that to myself. I think. It's fine.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's hiding. Oh, I see you. Auto wormhole? Yep. Oh, that's epic. Oh, I'm kind of screwed now, aren't I? If he has infinite auto wormholes, I'm fucked. Because I can't... I didn't bring my Fulton launcher. Oh, now I'm kind of boned. Hopefully I can get him out of here somehow. That's cool. And I had a feeling this was going to happen. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get screwed over here, aren't I? Shit, man. I think I got him there. I heard him grunt. Yeah, this could potentially go very poorly, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have the decoys or anything either. I heard that. All I can really do is just try to wait him out somehow. He has 9 minutes though. Oh shit. Yeah, if I can like, yeah, throwing him into the, oh fuck. I don't regret this at all. Where is he? I'm gonna get so fucked up here. Where is he? Oh my god. Awesome. Here we go again. Oh, are we serious? Ah. And he's going for my incomplete deck, so it's easier for him to get me, too. This is not the way I wanted the stream to go, unfortunately. Where could he be? I have no idea how this guy has not been banned yet. It's actually incredible. Oh, wait. Oh, I've got him here. Fuck you, bro. Get out of my shit. Don't even. Don't even. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid piece of shit. Now I can ghost this guy, which is excellent. I can replace those. Whew, okay, well. I guess that was lucky for me that he was an idiot and ran out of his auto wormholes or whatever. I don't even know if he ran out or if he just forgot to place it down. I did get a wormhole to him, right? I low-key wasn't paying attention. Fucking glad that's over with. Because the reason I didn't bring the Fulton launcher is he had attacked me before. I wasn't entirely sure if he was a cheater, though. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I didn't think that I was going to beat him because, you know, you said he had infinite auto wormholes and stuff, but... What a fucking moron. I really wish they would ban that guy already. Because he has been doing this shit forever. And they're just letting it slide completely, which is so stupid.
Caution, rain approaching.
Yeah, I cannot understand why they let people get away with stuff like that. Because I think I reported that guy at least like once or twice. Oh, how's it going, Dark Node? How's it going? I saw you the other day in the game. Dude, did I not? Oh, you're kidding, right? Well, that's ridiculous. Why didn't I get a wormhole to him? Oh my god, what a joke. What a load of crap. I mean, at least I have a record of it. At least I, you know, can see that he's... Yep, still not banned. It's just the lovely state of this game in 2026. Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna go for my incomplete base, then I'm not even gonna... I'm not gonna care. If he's gonna cheat and he's gonna go for my income, how do you... Listen, how do you manage that? How do you go for my incomplete base? It's 2 decks, and you're cheating constantly, and you still lose. How do you manage that? Seriously, I don't feel bad about being really critical because this guy deserves it. This guy deserves to have somebody fucking rip him a new one. if nobody's gonna bother trying to get him banned or something like that. I'm definitely gonna make a highlight out of that. If anything, it's good for the content, you know. But okay, well, did I even get I don't even think I got a blockade for that. I didn't. That's cool. How does that happen? Is that a cheat, or did he just not do enough damage? That's so weird. I totally should have gotten a blockade. I should have gotten the whole 9 yards for that, but whatever. I guess if I really wanted to, I could get insurance, but I don't really want to do that, to be totally honest. Not really a fan of that idea, just because it's kind of a... I mean, it's not really a waste of coins, but... Oh, I don't know. You know what I really wish you could do? I really wish you could spend GMP to get insurance. That would be really nice. But anyway, I'm gonna check one more time. Yeah, I think I should be clear for the time being. I don't know if I should get insurance. I'm kind of debating it. It's probably not really necessary, but...
Clouds approaching.
I don't know. Where am I at with my coins anyway? 860. I lost so many espionage points for that. Hilarious. Even with all that, he still couldn't win. Anyway, I think I'm probably gonna call it quits for today. So appreciate everybody stopping by. Had a lot of great conversations. I can pad this out for another 30 seconds so I can hit the 4-hour mark. I need this music to shut up. But yeah, anyway, glad to see everybody. Happy that we had a good amount of talking going on. Happy that we had some good conversations. I'm definitely going to be making a highlight out of that fucking that bit just a minute ago. That'll be really fun. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one.